Today, from Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, Nevada, it's Week 4 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the New York Giants.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. It's 3-0 versus 2-1. A good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. And this one fielded in the end zone. It won't be returned, so it'll come out to the 30. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
And I think it's safe to say that, and I heard him say it in the post-game press conference, that was a team win last week because he didn't really play up to his normal standards, throwing 2 interceptions.
No touchdown.
Yeah, didn't offset it at all, but the team found a way to get it done.
On 1st and 10, Falk. They'll get the tight end Bowers involved there. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play. The numbers for him from a week ago: 4 catches, 53 yards.
And I'd certainly expect them to use him quite a bit because he runs excellent routes, has good hands, and knows how to get open.
And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT. To throw on 2nd down, here's Falk. This one thrown underneath to Achane. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, here's Falk. On the move to his left. Call that a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. Here's the Raiders punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by their 3rd-year quarterback.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. On 1st down, Leach. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. Back to throw. Leach. That's caught downfield by Neighbors. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 44-yard line. On 1st down, Ratliff. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Throwing on 1st down, Leach. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Giants. Malik Neighbors That's career touchdown number 131, and it ties him with Cris Carter for number 8 on the all-time list. And the Giants are on the board first here in Vegas. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down. Now here's Falk. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. 5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on third. They'll run for it with Achane. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Again, it's Achane. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. You talk about this Giant defense. They were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago. One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The number was 6. Phenomenal performance. 3rd and 4. Falk. Buying time to his left. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Here's Falk. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. Achane on the counter. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. And that will be incomplete. How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road. And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. 2nd and 9. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from adding another catch to his big start. Rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They run the counter. Ratliff down to the 42, 2nd down. The Giants hit 3-0 here in the month of September. And they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners at 3 straight. And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory. Flush to his right. And they'll get get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Looking to throw. Leach. That's complete. It's Neighbors. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Back to throw. Leach. He's got a man. It's his fullback. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
Over the middle, caught by Bellinger. They make a good bit of that yardage back as they're set up in much better shape now for 2nd and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Malik Neighbors with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Giants have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. That time a 9-play drive, and it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out, so it'll be a touchback, and that ball will be placed at the 30. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. The throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the first down.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Falk. Throw caught by Achane. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain.
That is caught by Rice. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Point after try forthcoming. And that one makes it 14-7. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. Touchdown. Malik Neighbors on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Giants will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point forthcoming. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded in the end zone. He'll opt not to bring it out. A touchback, and they'll begin at the 30-yard line. The Raider offense going to head out now late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. On first down, it's Falk. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Falk looks to throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. To throw, Falk. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. So we come upon halftime here with the visiting Giants out on top. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone. A lot to get to here this final day of September. So let's get started. We'll begin just outside Washington at Commanders Field in Landover, where you see the final score there. Jaden Daniels leading the way with a couple of touchdown passes in the victory. From there, we're off to check out another game. And they trail in that one as it's the visiting 49ers who are out in front. Puka Nacua, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get to Philadelphia. Check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. And they were winners in this.
All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. Well, now how about this return? And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. So that will push him back.
And now we know why I have a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back, that penalty will move them back.
Now a give right side. Ratliff. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On 1st and 10, Leach. Over the middle, taken in by Neighbors. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. On 1st down, Leach escaping the pressure right. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. A great play there. His 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Giants take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. This will be fielded in the end zone, but he'll decide against bringing it out, so they'll take over at the 30. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. The play fake, now Falk. That is caught, it's Chris Godwin. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A good pickup there of 20 yards. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Operating from the gun, Falk. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Falk. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on 1st down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off. Not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down. Makes him.
And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. Kayvon Thibodeaux able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner. And I don't think with 3 scores down in the 3rd quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. Las Vegas sending out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. This is taken at the 15. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So now the Giants set to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. Throwing to start the drive. Leach. That one taken in by Neighbors. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. They'll run on 1st down. Ratliff. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. And now they're in the hurry-up. Throwing on 1st down. Leach. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Looking to throw. Leach. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Giants will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So that drive, 6 plays, 75 yards. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Falk now, a first down throw. Well, that one caught by Rice. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And this is going to be a Raiders first down as he'll get this up to about the 42. On 1st and 10, Falk. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A gain of 8 there on the play, and it'll be 2nd and a couple. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. But we'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. He's to the 15, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead. And it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them, play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances. And that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken in the end zone and no run back forthcoming. So they will bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. Throwing after the interception. Falk, quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it. Now this one complete on the slant route.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. And a quick slant gets exactly 10, and by the nose of the football, they've got a first down. Back to throw. Falk. Dancing to his left. And I think the ball's out. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Well, obviously you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline and saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover. But I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I played?
Yeah, you played defense. Yeah. I'll let you go.
I took a shot.
On third down, Achane. It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Looking to throw. Falk. They set up the screen. Achane has it. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 7 yards there on the first down screen play. Now 2nd and 3. Back to throw. Falk. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. On first down, Falk. Short throw caught by Bowers. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. Looking to throw. Falk. That is incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. Look at the big man rumble. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So a pretty wild turn of events there. Instead of a sure 3 points, it's 6 the other direction.
And if you're kicking in the NFL, that should be pretty much automatic, but I don't think that's on him at all. The protection broke down. That led to the block.
Extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And this one fielded in the end zone. It won't be returned, so it'll come out to the 30. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. The last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get...
And he lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. This will be fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. So it'll be a touchback, and that ball will be placed at the 30. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This one fielded in the end zone. He'll opt not to bring it out. A touchback, and they'll begin at the 30-yard line. The Raiders offense ready to go. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. You can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to. Because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Falk. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll look to throw again. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
That'll be caught by Rice. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 36. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding goal.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. It's Falk out of the gun. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Deonte Banks with it.
Let's go, come on!
Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. That one looks like he'll throw here and give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
And the touchdown apparently wasn't enough. They're going to go for the onside kick here. And that will get out of bounds. So that's definitely going to put a major crimp in any comeback plans they may have had. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now...
And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. And the Giants come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for the Giants, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Las Vegas.